Hi, my name's Ellie, and this is your weekly theatre news recap. The show where I take the news, I give you the news, and you enjoy the news. We've got a lot of ups and downs with this week's news. A lot of exciting things, a lot of things that I'm quite upset about. But I'm going to give it to you all as I do, because I'm great like that. But if you want to stay up to date with UK theatre, make sure you hit like on this video and subscribe so you don't miss a single one of these videos and you can keep getting that news every single week. I'm going to start this week with the piece of news that has gotten me the most down and gotten me the most upset so that we can get it out of the way and then move on to, the good news this week. It has been announced this week that The Unfriend is returning to the West End. If you don't know about this play, it has been written by ex-Doctor Who showrunner Stephen Moffat and ex-Doctor Who writer Mark Gatiss. It is going to the Wyndhams for a limited season, and this play, when it was previously in the West End a couple of months ago, was a show that got itself into a little bit of controversy because of its casting. And because of this, I made a video with Mickey on Mickey Joe Theatre's channel where I discussed my opinions on this and why I was personally boycotting the show as well. If you're unaware, this show has cast and has continued to cast Frances Barber, who makes her anti-trans views very, very clear on her Twitter. I'm not going to discuss this too much in this video because I already have. If you want to know my opinions on this and why I think it's wrong, you can go watch that video that I made on Mickey's channel. The link is in the description. Nothing has changed since that video, unfortunately, and I continue to be deeply disappointed with this industry. So, I will continue to be boycotting this show. I will not be reviewing it. I will not be discussing it any further. I have made my views clear. All that is discussed in that video. I am upset about it. That is all I need to say. But with that out of the way, with that said, I'm moving on to talk about the good news this week. Starting with our casting news. We have some new dreamers heading into Back to the Future, the musical. And these are Sarah Goggin, who will be playing Lorraine Baines, taking over from Amber Davies, who is leaving to go and do the Pretty Women UK tour. Jay Perry, who I'm very excited about being in this show, was recently in Sylvia. Very camp, and I can't wait. They'll be playing Goldie Wilson, and honestly, yes. Jordan Pearson will be playing Biff Tannen. Lee Ormsby will be playing Strickland. Rhodey Watkins will be playing Dave McFly, Patricia Wilkins will be playing Linda McFly, and then we have two new alternates. In Elliot Evans, who I know from Eugenius, recently played Eugene in Eugenius, will be the alternate Marty McFly, and Stephen Leask, who was in Waitress, so returning to the Adelphi to be the new ultimate Emmett Brown. This is a very exciting cast. I have been meaning to make another return trip to Back to the Future, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to sneak back in and see this new cast. Very exciting. A bit of news that I wasn't expecting this week. Wasn't widely reported, but I noticed it from her socials. But YouTuber and musician Dodie Clark will be appearing in Punch Drunk's Burnt City for one night only on the 18th of July. Dodie is a classic YouTuber. She's been on the platform for ages. She's built up her career in music. She's going to be performing in their Peak Bar on the night. She said that she's been a big fan of this show for ages, been going again and again and again. And it's very exciting to see them bring her in as a guest performer. So if you are a Dodie fan, make sure you go and see her in that. And there hasn't been that much casting news this week. But the last bit of casting is actually an actor coming over from Broadway. A Tony Award winner Matt Doyle will be coming over to star in the Sinatra musical, which is heading to the Birmingham Rep this September. Matt Doyle, if you were unaware, recently starred in the musical Company, which was the West End transfer that went to Broadway, and, won the Tonys. He won for the role of Jamie, the gender-bent version of Amy, so he did Not Getting Married Today, which, very hard song. But yeah, he's going to be playing Sinatra. Very interesting, very intriguing. This production runs from September 23rd to October 28th, and I guess I've got to try and get to Birmingham somehow. Who's to say? I'm going to try my best. Then we have a new musical that is being staged as a concert at the Adelphi Theatre. For Tonight is a new musical that, and I'm reading from the press release here, uniquely blends for the first time on stage the rich and distinct traditions, language and culture of the Welsh and Romani peoples in a stirring journey exploring the power and meaning of home. This new musical is very interesting. I love to see new musicals workshopped and put on in different ways. This has a one-night only concert at the Adelphi on the 5th of September. So if you are interested in this new folk musical, make sure you go and book your tickets now. Next up, Cabaret has just had its best week. It said, do you know what, this week I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give the gays everything. First of all, they announced their big extension. The show will now be playing up until June 2024. We can expect to see loads of new stars enter as the MC and Sally Bowles during that time. Also announced this week is that the worst kept secret, we've kind of known that this was going to happen for a while, but yes, it is heading to Broadway, namely the August Wilson Theatre, where Funny Girl has recently been playing. It's going to be very interesting to see how they play around with this theatre, how they stage it. Will they keep it in the round? Will they, destroy this theatre and rebuild it completely? But we can expect that transfer to come in spring 2024, which is a little bit of time between when Funny Girl ends and when it opens, so I reckon they're probably going to be playing a little bit with this space and with this theatre, probably to make it work in the round. But also this week, if you want to check it out as well, because Cabaret said we've got more. Mason Alexander Park also released this week a video of them performing I Don't Care Much for their birthday, which was filmed in one take in the red bar of the theatre. It's a great video. Mason sings the song beautifully. I'd recommend checking it out. We have a couple of other news stories here, but the big one this week, which is going to slightly affect some theatre things, is that the Screen Actors Union in America, which is the union that supports all actors, everyone who's working on screen, called a strike and has joined the striking writers, the WGA Guild. And now the writers and the actors are on strike together for the first time in 60 years. Now, with this, we've seen a lot of films be affected by this. Every actor who is part of that guild is having to stop working, stop promoting things. This strike was called during the UK premiere of Oppenheimer, and all of the actors left the premiere and went to join the picket line. Because if the strike is called, you're not allowed to act in films, you're not allowed to promote films. There's a lot of rules that are in place for actors now that they can't do anything. This shouldn't affect theatre too much because actors who don't work who work on stage aren't normally affected by acting guilds. That would be more to do with equity, who deal with unions for theatre, who are not on strike. So we may even see more famous faces take up some more stage work during this time. We also don't know how much this is going to affect the UK, because this is very much to do with Hollywood and Hollywood side of things. But what it has affected is the Wicked film. We know that the Wicked film was about to finish filming. They only had about 10 days left of filming. However, all of the actors on the Wicked film have stopped working in conjunction with this strike, and so the production on the Wicked film is halted. We can assume that with this whole thing, the film will not continue filming until a deal has been reached and the strike is called off. They are striking completely, so we don't know if this is going to cause delays for the Wicked film. But what I will say here is that The actors are striking for some very important reasons. Some sticking points in negotiations are that streaming is not paying a fair price to actors, and the creators are getting a much stronger cut, as well as the use of AI in film and TV production, and how this is negatively affecting actors. This strike is extremely important, and obviously my solidarity goes towards the workers and the actors in this situation. Now let's talk about some transfers and new productions. We have some very interesting news this week. First up, Les Mis is going back on an arena world tour. This is kind of being done in conjunction with the 40th anniversary of Les Mis, which is coming up very soon, but already booked to perform in 15 countries so far. And these include Italy, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Australia, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, and beyond, as well as it's got some UK dates and some American dates, which are being planned to coincide with the anniversary. This is very exciting. We love to see Les Mis in big, bold ways. I assume we're going to see some kind of filmed version of this, similar to how they've done for past anniversaries like the 25th and the 10th. Very exciting news. We also have a Doctor Who star, and I'm a big Doctor Who fan. Let's go. Coming to the stage. Multiple stages across the country. Catherine Tate. Next up, we have a Doctor Who actress heading back to the stage. Catherine Tate. Donna Noble, the best companion in Doctor Who, and I will not hear otherwise, thank you, will be starring in a new thriller called The Enfield Haunting, alongside David Frelfall, who was in Hangmen. This new thriller, The Enfield Haunting, is going on a slight UK tour. I mean, not many places. 2 of them are in London, but I'm going to call it a tour anyway. It's going to be playing at the Brighton Theatre Royal, then it moves on to South London to play the Richmond Theatre, and finally moves on to the Ambassadors Theatre in the West End for a limited season from the 30th of November till the 2nd of March 2024. Every time you put someone who is in Doctor Who on stage, I am there. And Catherine Tate, I mean, icon, legend, the moment. Now, come on now. I'm there. Can't wait. Got my tickets. That's a lie. I don't have tickets yet. But I will do. Very, very exciting. And finally, the most, out of left field news this week was that we are getting a Doctor Strangelove stage adaptation. We are going to have to wait quite a while to get this. It's not going to be coming to the West End until autumn 2024, so we've got over a year to wait. However, we do have a couple of hints on what this could look like and what theatre this might be going to, because this news was shared by the Delphont Macintosh Theatre Instagram account. So we can very safely assume that this is going to be going into one of the 8 theatres that Cameron Mackintosh looks after. Most likely, because it's a play, it will be either going to somewhere like the Noel Coward, or my personal guess is the Wyndhams. Very exciting. A very interesting play. I'm very excited for this one. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen a Kubrick film get adapted to the stage. So, I mean, how can you not be excited? But that is all your news this week. What are you most excited for? I can tell you what I am not most excited for. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out, helps the channel. Wow, look at all these links on screen right now. Don't you want to click some of them? Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna go lay down. Okay, bye.